From a small company basement in Seoul to global superstars performing at the Grammy Awards, BTS's journey seems like an unstoppable success story. But what if I told you that behind the glittering achievements, there were at least 7 documented moments where everything could have ended differently? These weren't just minor setbacks or rumors. These were real, documented moments where the fate of the world's biggest boy band hung in the balance. Moments that could have changed not just BTS, but the entire landscape of K-pop forever. Welcome back to CelebrAsian. Today we're bringing you behind-the-scenes stories of BTS's success, the moments of crisis, doubt, and near disaster that could have ended their journey before it truly began. These are all documented moments, verified through official statements, interviews, and credible sources. So, if you're ready for the real story behind the phenomenon, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Our first moment takes us to December 14th, 2018, the Mama Awards in Hong Kong. BTS had just won multiple awards, including Album of the Year. But instead of pure celebration, Jin delivered a speech that shocked the world.
그래서 저희끼리 얘기를 하면서 해체를 할까 말까 고민도 했고.
With tears in his eyes, Jin revealed something shocking, that earlier in 2018, BTS had seriously considered disbanding. This wasn't a rumor, it came straight from Jin himself during the 2018 Mama Awards, as documented by Soompi and Koreaboo. According to Jin's emotional confession, the members had reached their breaking point. The pressure, the expectations, the constant scrutiny, it had become overwhelming. They were questioning whether continuing as a group still held any meaning.
어느 때보다 토크가 굉장히 편안할 예정입니다. 자, 이름 B, 직업 세계에서 가장 잘생기고 아름다운 얼굴 1위, 커피 광고가 잘 어울리는 남자 아이돌 1위, 전 세계 최단기 SNS 팔로워 기네스 세계 기록 등재된 가수. 나는 형이 돌멩이여도.
In later interviews, including V's appearance on Yoongi's Twitter, the members revealed more details. It wasn't just mental exhaustion, they had lost their artistic motivation and physical strength. The very foundation of why they became BTS was crumbling. What saved them? Their bond as brothers and their connection to the army. Jin's revelation at Mama wasn't just a confession, it was a turning point that actually strengthened their resolve to continue together. From internal struggles to external pressures, our second moment involves a crisis that threatened to split BTS for nearly 2 years: South Korea's mandatory military service.
So if you happen to pass by a soldier, I would be honored if you could give them some warm words, even if it's just a few.
As the oldest member, Jin's 30th birthday was approaching, and with it, the deadline for military enlistment. But this wasn't just about one member, it was about the future of the entire group.
K-pop sensation BTS held a fan meeting in Busan over the weekend.
In front of the Busan Asiad Stadium, the venue for BTS's fan meeting,
the stakes were enormous. BTS had become South Korea's biggest cultural export, contributing billions to the economy. The government was under pressure to grant them exemptions, similar to classical musicians and athletes.
Now, a stunning market debut for Big Hit Entertainment, the music label behind K-pop superstars BTS. It's opened on the Kospi at $236 per share, double the IPO price.
Big Hit Entertainment's stock price fluctuated with every rumor. Fans worldwide mobilized. The question wasn't just about BTS's future, it was about whether cultural achievements deserve the same recognition as sports.
And another risk for Big Hit Entertainment is the compulsory military service that all its 7 members have to do.
The resolution came in December 2022 when Big Hit Music announced that Jin would fulfill his military duties, with other members to follow. Rather than seeking exemptions, BTS chose to serve their country, proving their integrity even at the cost of their careers. Before BTS became global superstars, their company Big Hit Entertainment was on the brink of bankruptcy. This third moment takes us back to their early years when financial reality almost ended their story before it began. Founded by Bang Si-hyuk in 2005, back then Big Hit was a small player struggling to survive among giants like SM, YG and JYP. According to a 2020 report by Music Business Worldwide, even one flop could have bankrupted them. That's how close they were to collapse. The members have spoken about how different their early years were. Simple stage setups, limited promotions, and the constant uncertainty of whether they'd have a comeback. The company was so small that Bang PD himself was directly involved in every decision. The turning point came gradually with albums like The Most Beautiful Moment in Life series, but even then, success wasn't guaranteed. If just one album had failed commercially, Big Hit might not have survived to see BTS's global breakthrough. Our fourth moment takes us back to BTS's trainee days, a time when the group we know today almost never existed. Jhope, now known as BTS's Sunshine, once made the devastating decision to leave the group.
사실 정말 믿기지가 않습니다. 춤이 너무 좋아 공부도 안 하고 새벽에 매일 나가 새벽 연습하고.
This isn't speculation, it's documented in their own Burn the Stage series. During their pre-debut training period, Jhope felt uncertain about his future with the group and made the decision to quit. What happened next became one of the most emotional moments in BTS history. When Jhope announced his departure, Jungkook, who was just a teenager at the time, broke down crying and begged him not to leave.
Tell me what we do. I want the wild in the line, but the most of it to do, and I've been living our life.
The other members, especially RM, also worked to convince him to stay. Jhope later revealed that seeing how much his potential departure affected his fellow members made him realize how important they were to each other.
여러분들은 나의 호흡. 여러분 제 이름은 J.
If Jhope had left during trainee days, BTS would have debuted as a 6-member group, completely changing their dynamic, their sound, and potentially the entire trajectory to global success. November 2nd, 2019, a date that could have changed everything. Jungkook, BTS's youngest member, was involved in a car accident that sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry. This wasn't a minor fender bender. Jungkook was driving his Mercedes-Benz in Seoul's Hanam district when he violated traffic signals and collided with a taxi. Both he and the taxi driver were hospitalized with injuries. The Seoul Yongsan police launched a full investigation. Jungkook was questioned, booked, and later forwarded to prosecution for violation of the Road Traffic Act. For weeks, fans worldwide held their breath, not knowing if this would end his career. The stakes were enormous. At the height of BTS's global success, losing Jungkook to legal troubles could have devastated not just the group, but the entire K-pop industry's international reputation. Fortunately, both parties reached an amicable settlement. Jungkook took full responsibility, and Big Hit Entertainment's swift, transparent handling of the situation helped minimize long-term damage. For those tense weeks, BTS's future hung in the balance. Our sixth moment involves one of K-pop's most serious accusations, 사제기 or chart manipulation. In 2024, BTS faced a government investigation over allegations that could have destroyed their credibility forever. The accusations weren't new. They dated back to 2017, but resurfaced court documents alleged that hybe, formerly Big Hit, engaged in illegal marketing practices to boost BTS's early chart performance.
모두 다 좋은 음악을 하고 좋은 음악을 듣는 그런 시대가 왔으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
This crisis actually showed BTS's integrity. At the 2019 Mama Awards, Jin directly addressed chart manipulation controversy, stating that BTS had never engaged in such practices and supporting transparency in the industry. The allegations were particularly damaging because they questioned the authenticity of BTS's rise to fame. If proven true, it could have delegitimized their entire success story and damaged their reputation permanently. While investigations continue, BTS's consistent organic growth, international recognition, and transparent streaming numbers have largely vindicated them. But the accusations served as a reminder of how quickly success can be questioned. Our final moment takes us to 2020-21, when the global pandemic created an unprecedented crisis that threatened not just BTS's career, but their mental health and group dynamic. The map of the Seoul World Tour, set to be their biggest ever, was completely cancelled. Millions of dollars in revenue lost, millions of fans disappointed, and BTS suddenly cut off from the live performances that energized them. In various interviews and social media posts, members revealed their struggles with isolation, depression, and loss of purpose. RM spoke about panic attacks, Suga discussed his ongoing battle with depression, and Jimin shared his anxiety.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go.
B album became a lifeline, a way to process their emotions and stay connected as a group. But there were genuine concerns about whether they could maintain their momentum and mental health through such an unprecedented challenge.
I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip this.
A new form of art. Dynamite and Butter dominated global charts, and they proved that even a pandemic couldn't stop their connection with ARMY. But this period tested their resilience like never before.
However, according to the stadium's announcement, due to the spread of COVID-19, the SAP Performance Center and Levi Stadium will close operations beginning 13 until further notice.
7 documented moments, 7 times when BTS's incredible journey could have ended differently. From near disbandment to member departures, from legal troubles to industry accusations, from financial struggles to global pandemics. What's remarkable isn't that these crises happened, it's how BTS overcame each one, growing stronger and more united with each challenge. Today, BTS stands as proof that success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond when everything seems impossible. Each of these 7 moments could have been the end of their story. Instead, they became chapters in the greatest comeback story in music history. Which of these 7 crisis moments shocked you the most? Drop a comment below and let us know. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video and subscribe with notifications on. Until next time, remember, at CelebrAsian, it's always more stars, more stories, one Asia.